All right, I got a request to do Don't Need a Gun by Billy Idol. And of course, with Steve Stevens on guitar, a guitarist that I have loved his sounds. Not only his sound, but his sounds that he gets out of a guitar since when I was starting playing guitar many, many moons ago. I originally thought this was played tuned a whole step down. And actually, when I did a solo cover a couple days back, I actually was playing it like that. And of course, on a guitar, you can play it, you can tune it however you want and play the same thing in a lot of cases. But I did do a little bit of research today, and based on some live performances where he's using the acoustic, I'm almost convinced that it's actually just drop D tuning. So keep that in mind, tune your E string down a whole step, and that's the way I'm going to be showing you here. So before I get into it, I think the quickest way to kind of learn this is just to kind of play it and walk through what I'm doing, but I'm going to show you a few chords first and where they are in this, tell you where they are in the song so you can kind of follow along. The main rhythm kind of riff is, I'm using delay for this. You could also hit it 3 times, so whatever you want. I think the delay sounds kind of cool. And this song does, the guitars, there's multiple guitars layered. There's a lot of effects going on. I kind of got something close to it on my Line 6 Pod Go for the sounds. The solo for those screaming harmonics, a lot of delay makes those sound kind of like the original recording. So anyway, keep that in mind. You're going to have to play around with probably the hardest thing about this song is finding good settings and getting those effects right for the different places. And also just hitting the harmonics right. But those can be done reasonably consistently with a little bit of practice on where you're going to hit them. But we'll get into that. I'm going to walk through this song first, or just play through it and talk a little bit as I'm going. And then at the end, I'll circle back and do the solo. But the chords, there's a couple chords that I should explain up front so I don't have to do it in the middle of the song. And the first one is this E chord for the main riff. So what this is on the 4th string, it's the 2nd fret, on the 3rd string, the 4th fret, and then the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And you're going to hit the 3rd and the 2nd string as the kind of the main hit, whereas you're going to be doing the rhythm on that 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then it moves up from the 3rd fret on the 2nd to the 5th, and you're hitting again the 4th and the 3rd. So it's just and really snap those if you're doing delay, because the harder you snap it, the better the delay sounds. You can't kind of pussyfoot it and kind of, you got to really hit them hard. Staccato. Okay, and the rest of the chords, let me just go into a neutral setting here. During the kind of pre-chorus, chorus mix part, you do an A. There's the A chord to D flat minor. And then there's some hits on E. A, D flat minor. And then you're going to go do some between B major and D flat minor. And then there's A sus2 chord, which is just like an A major chord, but instead of the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, you're just going to play that open. So it'll be 0, 2, 2, 0, 0. And that's all of the chords in the song, other than right after the solo, there's so what that is basically, it's an F chord, and then so F major, G major, A major. You're just going up 2 frets in that position. So it's kind of like you're doing a bar chord, but this is tuned down, so you can't really use that low string. But just as if you're doing a bar chord, but you're starting on the 4th string. And then he's kind of just messing around between a major and that sus2. They do that a couple times. And then it goes to B minor. So that's on the starting on the 4th string, it's 9, 7, 7, 7. And he's kind of doing like a playing around with that 9th fret on the 3rd string, and then it goes to A, and yeah, then we're just back to that rhythm again. So that's all the chords in the song. So I'm just going to play it through, probably make some mistakes as I go, as I try and explain things as I go, but I'll just repeat those chords, and it's probably the easiest way to do it. Need my delay. Yeah, so throw a lot of effects, chorus, reverb. This delay is 425 milliseconds, I think I have it set up. And when he goes into the chorus here, so I'm using the neck pickup for that stuff, and then for all of the distorted stuff, the bridge. But when he goes into the chorus, when he goes into that A chord for the chorus, he does the 2nd fret and the 5th fret on the 6th string. So just note that when it changes. So D flat minor, back to A, and then hits on E. A, D flat minor, and then we go to B, D flat minor. This A sus2, and then you do hits on E again, and we're back to that riff. And again, if you don't have delay, you can just hit it 3 times. So we go A, D flat minor, and most of these are power chords. You don't actually have to hit the 3rd. D flat minor again, and then B to D flat minor. A sus2, and then we're going to hit on E before the solo. I'll do the solo at the end, but I'll just play through. A major, and then A with that sus. So F, G, and then B minor to A. And then we go back to the normal kind of delayed riff. Okay, and the rest of the song is just basically this and variations of those hits as it's kind of just kind of going along and then eventually fading. So you can listen to it and figure out what he's doing, but it's all like he does some variations. So that's the rest of the song, and it fades out. Play around with it, listen to it, and figure out, what he's doing if you want. Otherwise, just do what sounds good for you. Okay, so let's get into the solo quick. Again, tons of effects. I just threw stuff on. I was playing around with the Podgo, and I just picked some default things to kind of get a lot of delay. You'll need a lot of delay for those screechers. But I'm going to show you this without all that stuff first. So the main riff is, or the main, kind of opening to the solos. See, I played this tune down half a step, and now everything's different. So reset brain and try again. So that's on the 6th and 5th string, open and 3rd fret on the 6th. And then open A, 3rd, open, and then 3, 2, open. So. Okay, and then the screecher. So for this, I'm going to add all the effects. So the way I play this is a number of different places you can kind of play the same harmonic. The way that I think kind of works best is 5th fret on the 3rd string, and you'll have to find out, and that's going to be bent up. So you'll have to find out where that pinch harmonic is, landmark, like find a landmark on your guitar for where to hit it. Mine's kind of just a little bit this way of the bridge pickup. And you're gonna bend it up to, and kind of drop it and then go higher on that same one. And you're kind of gonna do this thing where you're kind of going, but you're gonna move the pinch harmonic down as you do it. So, so you're going to do something like that. This is one of those that no one's ever going to hit the exact same notes that were on the recording, because it's, you can get them close maybe. You really want to hit that first note and, where it's bent up, and then the one where it's really bent up, that's kind of catches the ear. And the rest of them just try and, hit a harmonic someplace without it hitting a dead spot, which is kind of hard to do. But anyway. But with all that delay, you just kind of crank on them, and they'll trail and fade with that. So again, 5th fret, 3rd string, bend it up. So you're doing like that. And then goes back to the same original riff. And then he goes to the 12th fret on the 3rd. Bends that up, and then it goes to this. So what that is, you can play that in a number of positions. It's hard for me to remember after going this tune down, but so I'm doing the 3rd fret on the 5th, 1st fret on the 4th, open third string. So those are just those strings for that entire part. So just those frets for that entire part. And then the last one's just 3, 2, 0 on the third. And then the harmonics are the 5th and the 7th. So you have... And then it goes back to the original, or the first one. And then you can kind of hear in the background there's like a... something like that. It's very buried. I haven't split these tracks, and it's still kind of buried. So the last one would be... And then it goes into the... a nice Hawaiian sound or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the solo. Anyway, hope that makes sense. I think I got everything covered. If you have any other requests of stuff you see me play that you want explained, let me know in the comments, either below that video or wherever. I get them all. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm kind of trying to get to like 1,000 subscribers because just to give myself a goal, because once I hit that, I think I'm going to upgrade the old SE. This is a $900 guitar. I've used it for tons of stuff. It's a great practice guitar, but you know, a $900 guitar is going to have flaws that a more expensive guitar would not. And I'll probably do a review of this at the point I'm going to upgrade and kind of give my overall thoughts of using it for, I don't know how many years it's been now, but it's been a while, maybe even half a decade as my primary practice guitar. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.